So obviously, co-main event, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Merab. What are your thoughts on that fight? Because they're both good, but I feel I feel Umar is better everywhere. Better stand up.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you. Merab is good.
Oh yeah.
He know what he have to do. He know his game. He did this very well.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Yeah.
But
the endless cardio, the constant pressure, the wrestling.
He don't have very good striking, but he showed the striking go like take down. He have very good. He's a high level fighter. But my opinion, Umar is more hungry, and he just have to stop Merab wrestling. Yes, and I see how Umar defense, and I see he can stop his wrestling, and he can.
I really don't know why he's talking about disrespect. I talk about fight. I thought, hey, Merab, you try to avoiding me. Okay, Joe Rogan asked him, next opponent, Umar, what do you think about that? He just said, thank you, don't know why.
Next in line, most likely, is Umar Nurmagomedov.
I respect and I love Dana White, whatever he wants.
So he ducking, he tried to avoiding. It's not because of I do this. He did. It's his mistake.
And I see how Umar defense, and I see he can stop his wrestling, and he can beat him, because striking, everybody agree with me, he have better striking.
The reason why Merab fought a lot of competition, because everybody think they can beat Merab. Nobody think they can beat Umar. This is why Umar have not the opportunity to fight the guys Merab fought, because nobody wanted to fight him. Umar wanted to fight guys first fight in the UFC, ring, non-ring. Umar didn't discriminate. Same as Habib, same as Islam, same as this team. This team is a whole bunch of killers. They don't care your nationality, your passport, your color. They're not racist about fighters.
Nurmagomedov, he steps down, but then you have Umar. He looks great. King phenomenal. Completely different style.
Yep.
Like
just accidentally
striker.
knocked out a guy now too.
Oh my God.
That was
sick.
And then he felt bad about it. He was like holding his head. I'm like,
what's the biggest advantage for you guys having someone like Habib?
He very good example for us. We follow his rules, he push us, we listen to him, and we don't go apart.
More media attention is being paid to Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili's co-main event at UFC 311 than to this fight card's main event. This eagerly awaited conflict as fans are tense as they wait for a spectacular demonstration of strength, tenacity, and grappling in the much-anticipated matchup between Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili. Power resilience demonstration and conflict with Khabib Nurmagomedov's management in regards to the battle between Umar and Merab. Ali Abdelaziz squared his decision. Alesh appreciated Merab's expertise and skills, while Ali Abdelaziz believes it will be a tremendous match. He claims that Merab is a skilled fighter who is aware of how difficult his opponent is. Ali thinks Umar is the only candidate for the bantamweight title who can defeat Merab and is also his most formidable opponent.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's a fight. Who's favored, who's not favored. Merab he's a champion for a reason. He's tough. But the reason why Merab didn't want to fight Umar, because as a champion, you want to defend the title more, you want to make more money, and he understands. Umar is a toughest fight for him. Umar tough fight for everyone.
Abdelaziz is right when he says that Merab Dvalishvili needs to understand that he will have to keep defending his title as long as he remains the champion. According to Ali, Merab is a clever man who understands that he must battle anybody Dana White requests in the cage. In an interview, Ali Abdelaziz expressed his opinion. As a UFC champion, you have to defend your title against anybody. Who he must fight is determined by the UFC, not by Merab. You must control your battle as a champion. Abdelaziz added that he thinks Umar will defeat Merab to win his first bantamweight title. Umar enjoys fighting against more experienced opponents and possesses amazing talents. He believes that although Umar does not undervalue Merab, he will demonstrate to him why the UFC awarded him the opportunity to win the title and how deserving he is of it. Additionally, Ali Abdelaziz, since I know Umar now, he's 18 years old, and we don't undervalue Merab, we think he's a very tough fighter. I think Umar will go there, do his thing, have fun with him, and demonstrate why the UFC gave him a shot at the title, just like Abdelaziz did. That's why I think Umar will personally stop Merab.
John Jones, the pound for pound best. I think Dana's wrong, and I agree to Dana about almost 99% of things. Islam finished 9 of his last 11 opponents. He beat the number 1 pound for pound guy, the number 3 pound for pound guy. He beat everyone who is really good in their primes, you know. And you cannot say he's not the pound for pound.
I mean, Jones, to give Jones credit, he beat a lot of guys that were at the top too.
And he's time.
Said Merab should stop acting this way and prepare for the fight once he realizes that Umar is the true candidate for the crown. Mendez asserts that Merab's role as a fighter is to go to the cage and defend his title. He has no say in who he must face because the UFC will choose the bouts.
In his time, he was the pound for pound. If he says all the time, he might be the greatest of all the time. But right now, nobody, I don't think he's top 5. You can't beat Cyril Gane and beat Stipe and even be in the top 5. But at history, his long-term career, of course, you have to give it to him, you know. But in a way, Islam right now is the best fighter. I've been watching, have the pleasure of watching sparring for the last 6 weeks. I never see a fighter, have not been born yet, a fighter have the skills this man have. This man, you're talking about boxing?
Islam Makhachev, the current lightweight champion, stated his prediction for UFC 311's co-main event. Islam recognized Merab's style of fighting and his enthusiasm for the sport. He believes Merab is one of the best fighters in his division and possesses exceptional grappling and wrestling abilities. Islam claims that the Georgian fighter is aware of his strategy and approaches every move in battle with confidence in his skills.
Obviously, co-main event, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Merab. What are your thoughts on that fight? Because they're both good, but I feel I feel Umar is better everywhere. Better stand up.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, you know. Merab is good.
Oh, yeah.
He know what he have to do, you know. He know his game. He did this very well.
Yeah.
With everybody, you know.
Yeah.
But
the endless cardio, the constant pressure, the wrestling.
He don't have very good striking, but he showed the striking go like take down.
The lightweight champion also revealed in a recent interview on Demetrius Johnson's YouTube channel that, despite Deal's status as a top wrestler, he has a preference for Umar Nurmagomedov. Islam believes that Umar is hungry for the crown, which makes him an extremely challenging and powerful opponent, Makhachev said. Umar's talents have improved, and he will undoubtedly become the new champion if he can stop and protect Merab's wrestling.
Very good, you know. He's a high-level fighter, but my opinion, Umar is more hungry, and he just have to stop Merab wrestling. Yes, and I see how is Umar defense, and I see he can stop his wrestling. And
Tor Nurmagomedov is eager to win his first UFC title, thus he is really thrilled about his title shot. The Dagestani star also expressed his amazement at the champion's current behavior, saying that he believes that fighters should respect one another and that he doesn't understand why Merab became hostile despite not being an angry person. I don't think he is a nasty person, and I don't think he is furious, but according to Umar, we, the two opponents, are a little emotional. I have no idea why he is discussing it. I have no idea why I am discussing disrespecting the top bantamweight. Additionally, the contestant disclosed that he had tweeted about Merab, which is perfectly acceptable in order to heighten the excitement around your bout. Additionally, Umar feels that he said nothing improper and that he should feel ashamed of his remarks because they are below the belt. He believes Merab is avoiding him and is not impressed. I tweet, of course, and I chat, but I didn't say you are the liar or that you are a nasty person or anything like that. Umar.
I was mad because he disrespect me in Twitter, which is I don't deserve it from him because I know him in person and I always show him respect and I always have a nice conversation with him and yeah, I understand. Of course, he wants to fight for the belt, but to disrespect me like that, they call me fake champion and make some he makes some what's it called expression, then he says it's a Georgian expression, which is not Georgian expression.
Merab Deals also recently gave an explanation of his anger in an interview with UFC star Michael Bisping's YouTube channel. In the video, he described the location where he was not permitted to join UFC PI. According to the champion, he was upset with Umar because he didn't like the Dagestani's remarks against him and his nation on social media, and because he lied to him. Additional Rob Deals was even less impressed when his opponent referred to him as a phony champion. The Georgian boxer dislikes being made fun of because he is so conceited about his respect and ego. Umar displayed odd behavior, he even said that Nurmagomedov had lied to everyone in the interviews and that he is not a man to be respected. Merab disclosed that he attempted to resolve the situation and asked Umar why he treated him disrespectfully. Additionally, Nurmagomedov cited a time when Mirables demonstrated a lack of desire to engage in combat with him. Joe Rogan requested a possible title defense against Merab following UFC 306, according to Umar. Joe Rogan questioned Umar Nurmagomedov after his bout when he won the title, and he claimed that everyone talks about it, but not like me. According to Joe Rogan, Umar will be the next opponent. How do you feel about the Dastani fighter who claimed in an interview that Meeb had been hesitant about this battle from the start and didn't respond to that question? That's not all hoopla about him dodging, he tries to avoid that, Umar added. He simply said, "Thank you, Dana White," without saying anything else. He makes this error, "It's not because I do it." Although Merab Deals was hesitant to accept this bout, he must now practice diligently since Umar will be more formidable against him now that his bantamweight belt is at stake. Recently, the Evil Warrior made a startling assertion and disclosed the reason the champion didn't want to battle him. "Umar, I think he just wants to fight with the real guy he can beat," Nurmagomedov told the UFC. "That does not imply that I will be 100%. Enter the cage, then slam him. No, he will beat me with other males he knows. It won't be difficult." Umar Nurmagomedov even believes that the champion is unhappy.
He know other guys he will beat. For me, it's gonna be hard. That's why he tried to be champion long time. He want to fight with O'Malley, with Piotr Jan or someone else, because of these guys, easy money. Me not. For me, he have to go deep waters, For me, it's gonna be long night. I will not give him to takedowns. He will not control me. I have good skills.
Umar is aware that Merab is reluctant to engage in combat with him, so he won't be shocked if the Georgian fighter withdraws from the bout. The bantamweight boxer believes that Merab fears him, and since it is already planned, no one should be shocked if he does anything similar. Devish's actions could ruin Umar's legacy, therefore he hopes Devish won't do something foolish when he faces him in UFC 311.
You think at any point in the next 4 weeks you will be concerned that he will pull out?
I will not surprise it. And nobody will surprise it. Even right now, I saw in commentary or in Twitter, they said he will pull out, but he never pull out before. Yes, I think he will, I hope he will not, and it's a fight gonna happen.
Not that long ago, you wrote that you had a small injury in your arm, so you wouldn't be able to fight in January.
The bantamweight champion is also cautioned by former UFC star Daniel Cormier that this will be the hardest bout of his UFC career. Cormier believes Umar is prepared to surprise everyone in the octagon after closely observing his training with Khabib Islam and other Dagestani fighters. Daniel Cormier claims that Umar Nurmagomedov has a very distinct fighting style and is not like other Dagestani fighters. He believes that Umar's fighting abilities have improved over time and that he is now a much superior wrestler. With his strength and grappling, he will give Merab a hard time.
The hardest matchup for Merab. But is it? Because of all the Dagestanis, Umar was a striker first.
Yeah.
He learned the wrestling later. He's not like Khabib, and he's not
so
like
you're
Islam.
saying it was his second art.
It was his second art.
So you're saying striking was his first art.
He started as a striker. When he first got to AKA, he was all in on getting better at wrestling and grappling. And now he's done that to the point that he can go and out-grapple Corey Sandhagen, right? He's gotten so much better at it.
Luke Thomas, a well-known MMA expert, also foresaw this bout between Merab and Umar. Luke chooses the current champion to keep his title after observing both fighters for